Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Rainfall continues in a number of wilayas of the Sultanate due to the effects of the trough of low pressure. Government's efforts continue to deal with the effects of the weather condition. And the Civil Service Council discusses training plans for ministries and government units. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Paul Biya of Cameroon on his country's National Day. The Civil Service Council meeting discussed topics related to training plans for ministries and government units that apply the civil service law and its executive regulations for the current year. The meeting also focused on applications by a number of government bodies regarding contracts for some technical jobs, as well as the significance of such applications in terms of the work progress of the bodies concerned. The Council also reviewed the report prepared by the Institute of Public Administration on Performance Index of the Institute last year, in addition to the initiatives, projects and training programs that serve most of the governmental bodies. The meeting was headed by His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal Al Busaidi, Minister of the Diwan of Royal Court, Chairman of the Civil Service Council. Rainfall continues in a number of wilayas of the Sultanate due to the effects of the trough of low pressure. A number of wilayas witnessed varied intensity rains as follows. Heavy rains fell during the last few hours on the governorates of South and North Sharqiya. Wilaya of Wadi Bani Khalid recorded the highest quantity of rains to reach more than 90 millimeters. Heavy rains are expected today and tomorrow as the trough continues until Wednesday, and thunder showers are expected this evening, which may vary in some areas from 40 to 90 millimeters, associated with hail and active winds, with the probability of flash floods and wadis in all governorates of the Sultanate. The Public Authority for Civil Aviation advises all citizens and residents to take precautions during thunder showers, avoid risk of crossing wadis, low areas, and avoid venturing into the sea. The weather condition caused material damage on some roads and houses in the wilaya of Wadi Bani Khalid in the governorate of North Sharqiya, as concerned bodies continue their efforts to fix the road and electricity networks. Meanwhile, rescue and search operations are underway for an Asian expatriate family consisting of 6 members in the wilaya of Wadi Bani Khalid. According to the Public Authority for Civil Defense, their vehicle was dragged by the pressure of the flowing water in the area. The team also managed to rescue a stranded family of 12 members in Wadi Bani Khalid after rainwater entered their home. The Public Authority for Water, DIAM, announced that the water pipeline from the wilaya of Sour to the wilayas of Ja'lan Bani Bu Ali, Ja'lan Bani Bu Hassan and Al-Kamil Wal Wafi is affected due to the weather conditions witnessed by the governorate of South Sharqiya. All necessary measures to provide water were taken, as well as activated emergency plans, while the authority calls on all consumers to take necessary precautions to rationalize water consumption. Still to come in our news bulletin. Within the efforts to activate cultural movement in the wilaya of Sohar, Ramadan evenings are organized in Sohar Souq, including various activities. Welcome back. In order to disseminate the culture of pre-marriage checkup to limit the hereditary blood diseases, members of the Oman Hereditary Blood Disorders Association marked World Thalassemia Day. The disease is an inherited blood disorder characterized by abnormal hemoglobin production. During the event, thalassemia patients gave presentations about the disease and how to deal with it in order to raise awareness about this genetic disease. A number of patients were honored during the ceremony who won in a competition which was organized months ago for abiding by the instructions of physicians. At different places in Sohar Souk, Ramadan evenings were organized that included various cultural and literary sessions. They included giving lectures on some literary and historical aspects. They came as part of efforts to activate the cultural movement in the Wilaya of Sohar and shed light on Sohar traditional market. Sohar Souk depicts the Omani ancient architecture and includes many handicraft and traditional products. Here are the Ramadan times for tomorrow. Fajr prayers will be at 3:59 a.m. and Maghrib prayers will be at 6:49 p.m. inshallah. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Partly cloudy to cloudy skies will prevail over most governorates with chances of varied intensity rains, occasionally thunderous and accompanied by active wind and hail. Winds will be southeasterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main headlines once again. Rainfall continues in a number of wilayas of the Sultanate due to the effects of the trough of low pressure. Government's efforts continue to deal with the effects of the weather condition. And the Civil Service Council discusses training plans for ministries and governmental units. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.